Imo State government takes over all hotel rooms in Owerri for 1 week ahead of November election. Can you imagine? So we know that PDP, Labour Party, APC, ABGA, all of them are preparing for governorship election in Imo State. Okay, and Hope Uzodinma has been fighting tooth and nail to see how he can retain office. Now, the Imo State government, which is the Hope Uzodinma APC government, has taken over all the hotels in Owerri now, a week to that election. Okay, so meaning that they're using the instrument of government in place to deny other opposition parties access to accommodation and places to stay during the election period, which is a very subtle way of disenfranchising opposition parties in that election. But will that save Hope Uzodinma? I don't think so. I really don't think that will save him. So let's dive into the details and see why Uzodinma did what he did and how would that affect the other political parties like ABGA, PDP, Labour Party, and co. According to Sahara reporters, as the governorship election in Imo State approaches on November 11, 2023, the state government led by Governor Hope Uzodinma has taken a significant step by reserving all hotel rooms in Owerri, the state capital, from November 4th to November 12th, and the decision was communicated through a letter dated October 25, 2023, signed by the Commissioner of Tourism, Barrister Jerry Egbule Ejemba, okay, and went to all the general managers of hotels in Owerri. The letter addressed to the hotel manager stated, "I wish to refer to the above subject and inform you that the Ministry of Tourism intends to rent and occupy all the rooms in your hotel, okay, no matter the size and classification, from Saturday 4th November to Saturday 12th November, okay, at your usual cost per room for full occupation." Now, the letter further requested the hotel managers to submit their accommodation bills for all the rooms covering the specified period before noon on October 26, 2023. Okay, October 26, which has just passed. So this move has sparked concern and raised suspicions, with human rights lawyers Professor Chidi Odinkalo suggesting on social media that this action is an attempt to rig the upcoming election, describing it as organized crime made to look like a legit transaction. And that is it. Everything about that plan has to be suspected. Apart from one thing is rigging the election. They have places to rig the election without other people coming close. That is one. Two, denying other opposition parties access to available tourism accommodations in the state, which can be used by visitors and by some people who wish to stay in the hotel to witness the election. So what Hope Uzodinma is doing is a very subtle disenfranchisement against other opposition parties, done in a very subtle manner, okay, as if it's legit. That is it. Or the Hope Uzodinma's action is not legit at all. He wants to break the other opposition parties' access to public facilities to prepare for their elections. And that is not a very good one, I must say it. That what Hope Uzodinma is doing is a very terrible one, I must tell you. Okay? Somebody saying what APC vampires cannot do does not exist. Exactly. So like I said, what they are trying to do is just to disenfranchise other political parties from having access to hotel and accommodation during the election, knowing fully well that a lot of people travel into the state to vote. A lot of people will also stay in the state to monitor through the vote. And so, even the logistics arrangement for each of the political parties, they also need accommodation and logistics to be able to manage their part of the responsibility for the election. But with Hope Uzodinma now coming up with this kind of plan, it means that those people are obviously going to be frustrated. What a very bad plan. It is an evil plan that is made to look like a legit business with the hotel managers. Okay? As I say, why would he rent all the hotels in the state capital? Is his party the only party contesting in the state? Thus should not, okay, that should not be allowed to happen, or this should not be allowed to happen. The APC is taking Nigerians for granted. Actually, yeah, that's very bad. This Uzodinma want to be in office by all means, but God pass him. Exactly. So they need to monitor those elections. Let it not be like what happened in February 25, 2023, where rigging mad some of the elections. Okay. So what we are seeing here is Uzodinma trying to disenfranchise other stakeholders from having access to comfortable accommodation while the election is running. What a bad one. So it's really an organized crime, just so that no opposition parties, opposition visitors can have a place to stay. Very unfortunate country called Nigeria. It's a very bad situation that Hope Uzodinma has put himself and has put the people of Imo State. Okay. So it's a hopeless Uzodinjo was a 419 merchant and a highway robber before venturing into politics. He is a career criminal. Do you have proof? Do you have record to that? Can you, if you are called to substantiate it, can you substantiate it? Okay. Another person saying, where is Father Mbaka? Somebody should wake him up now and let him explain why his hope is for Imolite. Anything APC didn't think to do is unbearable. Okay, so that is what somebody is saying there. And another person is saying Uzodinma is going back to complete his second term because the people wanted him at all costs. Do you know that Owerri East and West have not received development of democracy? So he concentrates in Owerri. Okay, he concentrates in Owerri. All right. So Amiri Ata Okudo in Njaba has been being his nearest neighbor, has not seen third roads, and it is now that he is the governor that those towns can see light. But I must blame the wicked youth who doesn't know that Uzodinma is our political grandfather. Can you imagine? So that's fine. Some people are already trying to support Uzodinma, saying that he is the pillar of the state in terms of election matters. As always, a hotel room is not INEC office, but to secure their lives. So, but in the other hand, people are seeing it as rob my back, I rob your back. Okay, what are you trying to insinuate? Of course, you know what he's trying to insinuate now. The party has just disenfranchised other political parties for having access to accommodation. So that is what is happening. Hope Uzodinma and APC are taking over all the state hotels, all the hotels in the state, all the rooms in those hotels for the election. And it's a very subtle way of, ensuring that other people don't have access to those accommodation facilities. That is a very bad one. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment at this point.